We don't have shortage of seats. They are scattered all over. So find a space, especially at that end, our three gentlemen kindly. We have asked you to vacate those seats because we have reserved them for your own visitors. Please bear with us. Asanteni sana.
Asante, makofi yake tafadhali for that announcement. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we want to focus on Elimu Taking Schools online program. Tafadhali tumkaribishe.
He is a trailblazer in driving Kenya's digital future and shaping a thriving, interconnected educational ecosystem. Through his leadership of the Taking Schools online initiative, he has championed digital inclusion in education since 2008. His passion for diverse cultures, golf, and strategic games reflects his dynamic approach to life and leadership, embodying a relentless drive for impact and progress in Kenya's digital and educational landscape. Please welcome the Elimu Holdings Chief Executive Officer, Davis Waithaka.
Makofi tafadhali, 10 minutes please.
Thank you, Bwana MC, for that very humbling introduction. I know I'm talking to Hois, so I'll be very respectful and ask you, take out your phone, and open www.mwikiprimary.sc.ke. I can't see my slides. I don't know whether the slides are on. The slides on? So I'll be asking you to just go to the next slide. So let me just get, have you gotten the website? mwikiprimary.sc.ke. If anyone gets it, go to, scroll down and see whether you can see school profile or school pages or school information. So my name is Davis Waithaka. I am the Chief Executive at Elimu Holdings, and here at Elimu Holdings we are taking schools online, and it's a big partnership between government, ourselves, private, and the schools themselves. So just go to the next slide. And because this is an education forum, so we are going to use a lesson format. I need you to have 3 key learning objectives. 1, what is taking schools online? 2, why are you taking schools online, or why are we taking schools online? And 3, who is doing this work for the schools around the country? I'll start with the Ajira Digital Program. This is an initiative started by the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy. And its work is to provide employment or job opportunities for young people in your localities through digital and online jobs. And this is a partnership between government and private sector, and they are part of taking schools online, and you'll see how. The next slide is about Elimu Holdings. Elimu Holdings was started about 2008, and our mission is to connect all schools to the world. One of our goals is to build official websites for 100,000 schools across Africa, but charity begins at home, so we are starting with schools across Kenya. A third partner is Kenya Network Information Center. Now, this is the next slide. It's a public-private partnership that manages school web addresses. So anytime you hear tsc.go.ke or kplc.co.ke, the person managing that .ke is called KENIC, and they are part of us. So why are we doing this? You can go to the next slide, the one with Mandela. Our continent father, Nelson Mandela, said in no uncertain terms that education is the most powerful tool and the most powerful weapon with which we can change the world. And the theme of this conference is transformative leadership in digital transition. We are the HOIs. Who is going to lead digital transition in our schools? Who is it? The teachers, is it the parents, or is it ourselves? I put it to you that a school will not do digital transition if the head of that institution is not convinced that that school should be transformed. That is why we take our time to talk to you and say it is time that our schools get online. So the next slide, please. So about the Taking Schools Online program. First, it's a multi-stakeholder initiative. It's a program where many people, they say a child is brought up by a village, or it takes a village to bring up a child. Same thing with taking a school online. You do not do it alone. In this program, we are deploying more than 100 young people across the country to come to your schools and help your schools have an official, safe, secure online presence. And in this 2024-2025 year, we are going to take at least 1,000 of these schools, 1,000 of them should be online by the end of the financial year 2024-2025. Next slide, please. But you might ask, and I say this, remember your key learning objectives. Why get schools online? There are so many reasons, but I'll look at two. One, parental involvement. And I'll not even do the big parental involvement. A simple question like, I know there are some banks here that have given you accounts, but do your parents know what the account number is? If your banker is sitting here and has sent people to your school to make sure that you have the correct account, a parent will ask, which account are we sending some money to? If you have a good website, an official website, put that number there, and your banker is going to come and reward you. He's going to be very happy that you have done that. Another is the stakeholders. Schools have many stakeholders. A simple question is, when's your next prize giving day? Where can I get this information? I would like to support it. Without an official website, how are you going to talk to these stakeholders? They must call somebody, and sometimes they don't get the right information. Next slide. But after you get that website, after you're online, like the one I said, www.mwikiprimary.ac.ke, ensure that you're delivering value to your stakeholders. That your stakeholders, parents, teachers, and students, parents can get resources that they can't find anywhere else, that are put there by the school, by your teachers. And that students can get some digital tools, digital learning apps, digital learning material. In this week, you're going to have a lot of people who have digital solutions. If you have a website, host that solution on your website. Also empower your teachers to manage those websites. Again, we have 100 people around the schools. They're coming to you, and work with them to make sure that your website delivers value. So what do the schools get? Next slide. So under this program, your school will get an official web address. For instance, just to give two that are available, www.victoriacomprehensive.ac.ke and mwikiprimary.ac.ke, as you said. Then you can get subsidized education content and learning tools. We have some training and capacity building, again, done through the Ajira program across your schools. And most importantly, move away as a HOIS, as a head of your institution, from using your Gmail account for official business. And now use headteacher@myschool.ac.ke, headteacher@mwikiprimary.ac.ke, not Peter Owuor@gmail.com. Next slide. I just want to show a snapshot of what I asked you to open. So the next two slides, that's Mwiki Primary's website, run and passionately driven by the head of that institution. I don't know whether the Mwiki Primary School head is here. If you're here, just wave. I've invited people to your website. And the next one is also about Mwiki Primary. But it's not just primary schools. The next slide shows that even some of the most recognized schools are using this. That's Alliance Girls that you see there, also using an Elimu website. It tells us what our reach is. In the past 15 years, we've done websites for more than 1,200 schools. We are going to do another 1,000 schools with the help of the Ministry of ICT and Ajira Digital Program. And so far, more than 5 million people have visited or have used the websites, including the elimulibrary.com that some of you might have used for your lesson plans and for your lesson notes and schemes of work and all that stuff. Next slide. And it is my work, my role, to make sure that over the next 1 year, we have at least 1,000 schools online across about 40 counties at least, and at least 100 people, or 100 young people in your neighborhoods, helping you to make these websites come online. But there is one key slide that I want all of us to look at, the second last slide. The next slide is that taking schools online is not a one-man show or a one-woman show. You can sponsor a school to be online. You can help these schools create websites. And we will help you appear on all those websites as a sponsor. You could be a bank, you could be a digital app, you could be a publisher. Mm-hmm. But on those websites, we'll put your link because you're supporting these schools and you're helping those schools go online. So take advantage of the over 2 million school community people, parents, teachers, students. Work with a network of young people. Gen Zs have showed us that they are the market for tomorrow. Gen Zs have told us that they are ready to work, and they are working with institutions like yours, primary schools and comprehensive schools. And most importantly, put your brand with these schools. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. The last slide is about how you can reach us. But I want to make sure that you come to our tent right there. Ensure that your school goes online. We have support for you, but make sure you see somebody on an Elimu t-shirt or at the Elimu tent. It's a big black, green and yellow tent right at the entrance. Thank you so much for your time.
A big round of applause to Bona Davis. Thank you so much. Let's have the screen very quickly so that we can move. Thank you so much. Our next speaker is here. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
He is a dynamic and passionate advocate for education in Kenya, dedicated to empowering students, parents and teachers to reach their fullest potential. As a Goodwill Ambassador for Education, founder of Nuru ya Sanaa Media Productions and CEO of the Kenya Digital Principles platform, he brings transformative ideas and inspiration to the educational landscape. With roles as a mentor, life coach, CBC facilitator, author and motivational speaker, he tirelessly works to uplift and guide those in the education sector. Please welcome Ambassador Wambugu Wakamau.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, clap for me. Please, ladies and gentlemen, clap for me. CBC. Let us stand up. We sing that song. CBC Manenos. Let us stand up. Wambugu Wakamau. Namna hii. CBC. This way. Thank you very much. Mukiwa mkisimama, simameni. I want us to do something that will show why CBC is very hard for you people. why CBC is very hard for you people is because of your conditioning, of your conditioned mind. Sasa nataka you clap. Everybody, they are not responsible. They allow you to carry their burdens. This is personality number one. Another one, a mosquito. They suck your blood, sweet blood, and instead they put you poison. The watu kama hao wako, mnawajua. Hii kitabu inaelezea hao watu ambao mna deal nao. 365 declaration. This one is good for a head teacher because it has quote for every day that will inspire you throughout the year. We have gifts. This one is a very good gift. It has 7 C's. Critics, people who criticize you are very good. They tell you, they give you feedback. We have the cheerleader, the champions, they are here. And then we have these posters that will change your school. This is a comprehensive calendar. It is called CBC Comprehensive School Calendars with the term dates. Sasa watafungua January 6th, waende midterm 26 February to 1st, 2nd March. Hii yote utapata kwa CBC maneno package. This calendar you'll never find it anywhere. It has everything in one calendar. And then this is the comprehensive career wheel. Comprehensive career wheel. Hii kona all the pathways yote under one roof. STEM 60%. Social science and sports 20%. Na hiyo ingine. Mukikuja kwa stand yetu CBC Center, we'll explain all that. And my time is almost going. And we have this diary. Hii diary ni mzuri sana. Iko na kila kitu kuanzia Januari unaangalia yote, unapanga kazi yako. An idiot with a plan will defeat a head teacher without a plan. Imagine, an idiot with a plan will defeat a head teacher without. This one will give you a plan. And then we have this one. This is the, my time is going, my friend. This is the periodic table. There are around 7 posters at 4,000. We are giving you at a half price. Ebu onyesheni CBC manenos. This package now, officially in Kepsha, we are launching this product at only 2,000 shillings only. Mukuje kwa standi yetu, tunawafundisha bure, tunawapea zawadi na tunawapatia hii package na tutazunguka tukiwaletea. Mukuje kwa standi yetu. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. CBC! CBC! Hey, the song, CBC! CBC Manenos. Thank you very much. Now you can get our package officially at 2,000 shillings. Amen.
Wow. Makofi yake tafadhali. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, tunasema asante sana. We want to appreciate those who have joined us. A big round of applause to Virginia Ngindiru Zizi Afrique Foundation ako hapa, makofi yake tafadhali. Sam Otieno Zizi Afrique Foundation pia yuko hapa, makofi yake tafadhali. David Ochieng Olom M-Pesa Foundation yuko hapa, makofi yake tafadhali. Linda Obado Brookside, General Manager Marketing, asante sana. Dr. Purity Ngina, CEO National Gender and Equality Commission, thank you so much. We appreciate that you were able to make it here. Now, listen. One of you might just walk out of Mombasa with a brand new car. You heard me right. Yes, a brand new car. So be attentive. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, time to listen to key partners. 10 minutes each. A big round of applause to Brookside Dairy Limited, makofi yao tafadhali. 10 minutes, followed by the Cooperative Bank of Kenya Limited Gold sponsor. Let's start with Brookside. Karibuni sana. 10 minutes, please. Once you hear this sound, please know you only have 1 minute. That's the sound of the clock. It means you have 1 minute. Go ahead, your 10 minutes begin now. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Habari asubuhi. It's nice to meet you all. My name is Linda. I'm the General Manager for Marketing at Brookside. Accompanying me, of course, first of all, protocol observed, our chief guest. Good morning. leadership of the Ministry of Education and the Kenya Primary School Heads Teachers, Executive School Heads, karibuni sana and good morning. So I'm accompanied with my colleagues, of course, tembea peke yangu, our Corporate Communications Manager, Wilson Okongo, and our Institution Sales Manager as well has accompanied me, Caroline Mudhoni. So as Brookside, of course, we are delighted to be part of this meeting of minds, a congregation of our school managers from across the country. For the past 3 decades, Brookside is now 30 years, for the past 3 decades, Brookside Dairy has been at the forefront in supplying the market with high-quality dairy products that satisfy the ever-changing needs and preferences of our consumers, and we continue to do that. We offer the widest, and we can say proudly, the widest array of products, which include our ever-popular white milk, the fermented range of products like our yogurts, our butter, ghee, cream, and also our flagship product for this specific session with you, which is our milk powder. All those meet the highest international standards of quality, and we remain cognizant of the same. So you all know Brookside Dairy products. They have a distinct reputation for their attributes of good quality and affordability, and making them popular to all sections of the population. As you'll witness in our exhibition, kila mtu anasema tuko na tent hapa nyuma. As you'll witness in our exhibition tent outside this hall, for example, the Brookside Dairy Milk Powder is a perfect solution for your institutional nutritional needs. It's rich, pure, and presents instant goodness. Our milk powder is also rich in protein, calcium, and vitamins A and D, all crucial for the development, especially of our pupils. It comes in convenient packaging and of sachets and tins to suit your various situational needs. I therefore wish to invite all the Kepsha members to take advantage of our efficient national distribution network that guarantees you availability of our products throughout the country. We'll be ready to further engage you in our diverse range of products, including the powder, when you visit our exhibition hall just outside our exhibition tent just outside the hall. Finally, I wish to announce that in recognition of this important role the head teachers play, Brookside Dairy has donated 1 million shillings to your association. Nangoja makofi hapo kwanza. Thank you very much. Donated 1 million shillings to your association, and another 1.8 million in product samples, merchandise, and other logistics to support this year's event. So asanteni sana, and I think I've saved some of my time. Thank you very much, everyone. Make sure to visit our tent outside. Asanteni.
Now, a big round of applause. They've kept time and even donated time. So you need to visit Brookside. Makofi out tafadhali. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Cooperative Bank, the Cooperative Bank of Kenya Limited, gold sponsor. But before that, a gift of appreciation. Makofi tafadhali to Brookside Dairy Limited, a sponsor. Asante sana. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Makofi tafadhali. Please visit them. Asante sana. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the Cooperative Bank of Kenya Limited. 10 minutes. Be on standby. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Asante sana. Your 10 minutes begin once you speak on the microphone. Go ahead. 10 minutes.
Good morning. Habari zenu. Good morning. My name is Jackson Mwendo, Head Consumer Banking. All protocols observed. Kepsha Chairman, the National Executive Council, esteemed educators, distinguished guests, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cooperative Bank. For us, Cooperative Bank, we offer universal banking, and we are welcome to our 177 branches. We have a wide range of products. We have 600 ATMs where you can access your funds. We have the mobile banking, and also we have 17,000 agents where you can access your funds. For us, it's a great privilege to be here today at this important Kepsha Annual General Conference. I'm thrilled by this year's theme, transformative leadership in the digital transition for inclusive, sustainable, quality basic education in Kenya. The digital transition is profoundly reshaping our world, and the leaders in education will bear a significant responsibility to leverage on this potential for the benefit of every child in our nation. Today we gather to celebrate the transformative power of education and explore how we can to prepare our students for future. As we explore the challenges and opportunities before us, let us remember that education is not just a pathway to knowledge, but a powerful equalizer. There's potential for every child, whether they are in the bustling streets of New York or in the remote areas of Lodwar, an equal chance to success. Education opens doors, and it is our duty as educators to ensure all these children have access to quality learning experience. As we look to the future, we must recognize that the world order is rapidly changing. The adoption of smarter, more efficient ways to address challenges is crucial, and at the forefront of this movement is technology. All sectors must be onboarded, and education must lead the way. From early childhood learning to advanced curricula, we need to align our teaching methods with our digital world. This means addressing the key areas such as coding, computer-aided learning, and artificial intelligence. These skills will be essential for our students' success in tech-driven future. Stands to the cusp of an exciting frontier in the artificial intelligence tools, imagine-driven technology school labs, where scientific experiment can be modeled and simulated using AI, reducing the cost and enhancing learning experience. As we consider our environment and phases of ESG, we must be proactive in addressing pressing issues such as climate change. Additionally, we should implement recycling and the composting program to minimize waste, organize tree planting events to enhance local ecosystem, introduce water-saving techniques like rainwater harvesting and native landscaping. Cost management in education is another key area that requires our attention. We must explore innovative financial strategies such as lease-to-buy model for asset acquisition. This approach can help schools access resources they need without straining. The bank's commitment to educational access is evident in our. We have innovative tools that are designed to automate and streamline the collection of school fees, providing greater efficiency. We have our product called M Collection, where we have the pay bill 400, 200, 400, 222. It can assist you in collecting your school fees. We have a prepaid cards for those with boarding schools. We eliminate the cash to be carried by the students. You'll be able to have the prepaid cards, and they'll have to have their and for the individual. And then salary account. This is an account that for those who are not banking with us, you can open a salary account. It has no charges, and it will assist you to access loans, mobile loans, and through our digital lending, which you can access 1 million through the phone. You are welcome. Again, in supporting the affordable housing, we have what we call KMRC mortgage. What we call KMRC mortgage affordable housing. That is at 9.5%. You'll be able to own your house. You can visit us. We'll be able to support you. This is through your payslip. Empowerment trainings. The bank has an financial service arm that focuses on growing customers through physical trainings, networking forums, webinars, and this greatly complements our financial solutions. And this far, we've been able to transform 200 business in different sectors like trade, education. You also are welcome on that part. As I conclude, I want to express our heartfelt appreciation to you, educators and stakeholders, for your incredible dedication and hard work in transforming education in Kenya. Your passion, resilience, commitment to nurturing younger minds are truly inspiring. You not only impart knowledge, but instill values and life skills that empower students to become responsible citizens. Your efforts in adapting challenges and creating engaging learning environments have made lasting impact on countless lives. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence and for being guiding light to the educational journey of many. Your work is shaping the future of our nation, and we are deeply grateful for all to you. On behalf of our Group Managing Director and CEO, Dr. Gideon Buriuki, we, Cooperative Bank of Kenya, affirm our determination and commitment to support education sector by coming up with innovative solutions to support in digitizing the education sector. Kindly visit our tent for more information on our exciting solutions. You can spill the wheel and get something. Our tent is just behind this hall here. We're at Mwakaribisha Wote. And we close, I want our rallying call at CoBank. When I say CoBank, please say, we are you. CoBank. CoBank. Karibuni CoBank.
Our gift of appreciation to Kepsha.
Chairman, karibu.
Makofi tafadhali. Asante sana. The Cooperative Bank of Kenya Limited, gold sponsor.
And the Vice Chairman.
And the Vice Chairman.
And Treasurer.
And Treasurer as well. Karibuni sana. Appreciating the National Executive Board of Kepsha.
National Secretary.
National Secretary. Makofi tafadhali. We want to celebrate this moment. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Asante sana. Thank you so much. And I'd kindly request Bwana Thomas Ndeda, National Executive Board Member, Deputy National Treasurer, to be ready with a gift of appreciation to the Cooperative Bank of Kenya Limited. Tafadhali. Asante sana. Bwana Thomas Ndeda, on standby, please. Asante sana. And as we continue, one more key partner, then we'll get our keynote address. I'd kindly request the Office of the First Lady, Arnold Kipchumba, Director, Environment and Climate Action, please be on standby 3 minutes. Arnold Kipchumba. Asante sana. Well done, well done. Asante sana. And a gift of appreciation to the Cooperative Bank, Bwana Thomas Ndeda. Asante.
Thank you, MC. As you visit the tent, spin the wheel. We have the walk clocks, we have the water bottles. Please, pitia kwa tent yetu. Asanteni.
Asante, thank you so much. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, makofi to Arnold Kipchumba, Director, Environment and Climate Action, Office of the First Lady. 3 minutes, please.
Okay. Good morning. Yeah, I just want to take this moment to acknowledge the National Chairman, Johnson Zioka, the Kepsha National Executive Board, all the teachers from all the regions in Kenya, and I'm also been informed that we are expecting 17,000, and so what a sight to behold. And I just want to thank the leadership of Kepsha for the good job that you've done. Also just to congratulate you on the 2024 AGM and conference, and also just to Kepsha for extending this invitation to the Office of the First Lady. Before I proceed, receive greetings from the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Her Excellency Mama Rachel Ruto. As you are aware, she's also an educator like you, and she's aware that we are here joining you in this 2024 AGM. I also just want to acknowledge the responsibility and the role that you have in transforming education and shaping futures in this country. But good question, someone would ask, why is Mama Doing Good and the Office of the First Lady attending the Kepsha Annual General Meeting 2024? And as the National Secretary was reading the communique of last year, and I noted, I think communique number 15 and 16 highlighted the role schools play in supporting the President in the 15 billion tree growing agenda, and also the role teachers have in environmental education. So in 2023, in 7th September, we launched what we are calling the First Ladies Mazingira Awards, which is a national environment and climate-centered annual competition that is targeting 89,000 schools, approximately 17 million learners, so both in public and private schools. So we launched last year, and we started the campaign early this year in January, where we engaged schools, and we had approximately, for the first year, this year, 1,000 schools participating. And we're engaging learners through creative expression, so essay, painting, essay in Kiswahili and writing, spoken word, ideally creative expression, to engage learners to see how they can express themselves. But the main objective is to nurture a population and a generation that is environmentally conscious. So in 10th October this year, we invited 500 learners across the 47 counties in State House. So they were hosted by the First Lady in State House, and we celebrated 60 winners of this inaugural competition. And we also want to thank your chairman for your support and your leadership. We saw you in State House, and thank you so much. So the reason we are here today is we want to engage you about the First Lady's Mazingira Awards. It will be an annual event, and we'll be rolling out for the year 2025. You are our partners. We cannot do it alone, and we are implementing this program through Ministry of Education and Ministry of Environment and other relevant stakeholders. So we have a tent. At 10:58-59, we'll have a team from the office that is willing to engage you and discuss with you in terms of how you can engage. Right. And I'm also joined by my colleague Sheila. Probably you can just wave. And thank you so much for this time. I really appreciate it.
Makofi out of Adali. Thank you so much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to appreciate, even as you plan to visit tent 58 and 59, we also want to tell you that we have 2 domes, one on your right, one on your left, fully furnished with a screen. So in case you're missing out a space, check outside on your left, on your right, there is a dome fully furnished with screens. It is now my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome the one at the helm. Let's have the screen on for the keynote address this morning, first day. Please.
He is a dedicated leader and passionate advocate for primary education in Kenya. With over 20 years as a head teacher, currently at Donholm Primary School, his commitment to educational excellence has seen him rise through various roles. He is an influential voice on the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development Council and the Education Task Force. Please welcome the Kenya Primary Schools Head Teachers Association, Kepsha National Chairman, Johnson Nzioka.
Thank you. Thank you, Bwana MC, our distinguished guests, our colleagues, heads of institutions, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Hamjambo. Hebu tusalimiane ndugu zangu. Hamjambo. Nashukuru, nafurahia kuwa nanyi leo. Sisi wote hatuna budi kuwa na furaha kwa siku ya leo, kwa kongamano hili imetuweka pamoja after mwaka mzima. So I want to take this opportunity first and foremost to thank God for blessing us and enabling us to be here this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you have gone through a lot since the last conference last year. And what is culminated to this conference today is your efforts, your hard work from all the corners of this nation. So I'm proud this morning, taking this opportunity to welcome all of us to this very important meeting. Before I go to my written speech, I want to say today we are having a record conference. Let everybody everywhere in this country note, head teachers of the institutions where they are primary schools and junior schools, today they are making a record of coming together in great numbers to exchange ideas, to learn from educators. Saying a record conference because for many, many years we have not been able to realize such a huge number of delegates. Today we are expecting 15,000 already registered delegates. That's a record number. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been realized because of the team we are working together, and I therefore wish to recognize the team of National Governing Council members, wherever they are, to just stand and wave at our members. National Governing Council members, just wave at the members. Give them a clap, please. Thank you. That is the team which has enabled this arrangement. And may I wish to this time recognize the National Executive Board members. The National Executive Board members. Without order, please remain standing. Without order, from that end is Madam Winnie. Thank you very much. Mr. Roche, who is Organizing and Publicity Secretary. Mr. Dubat, the Deputy National Organizing Secretary. Mr. Siela, the National Executive Member, Bishop Dr. Maki May, a National Executive Member, Mr. Thomas Denda, the Deputy National Treasurer, Mr. Nicodemus Musyoka, a National Executive Member, Mr. Kennedy Cheva, the National Treasurer, Madam Irene Yaile, the National Secretary, and the National Deputy Chairman, Mr. Fuade Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the team that have been working harder and that has enabled us to have this conference. Again, I should say this conference is a conference with a difference because we have been assured, unlike what is showing in your programs. In your program, it is shown that the CS Education will be our chief guest. The CS for Education, Mr. Ogamba, is indicated as the chief guest. But due to some change later, after that program had been printed, we have a new program where our chief guest tomorrow will be none other than the head of Public Service and Secretary to the Cabinet in this country, Mr. Honorable Felix Koskei. That is confirmed. Our chief guest will be here with us tomorrow, who will officially open this conference. But today, we shall be honored, as you might be have been informed, to have His Excellency Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir as our guest of today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud because you are being blessed. Being blessed with such guests is showing confidence in what we are doing. And because what you have been doing it confidently. One, to implement CBC. Two, to ensure that junior school has taken root without any issues. That is our pride, and that is the pride of every leader in this country, for you, for the great work. I also want to appreciate that we have had very strong partners this time. We have had partners like KCB who have come up very strongly to support us to see success of this conference. Partners like Cooperative Bank who have come very strongly. KICD who have been working with us. SEPO, Oxford Press, Zizi Afrique, Brookside, MKU, Mount Kenya University, and Save the Children. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to say that we have been blessed this time round as a conference with a difference to have special guests from Kakuma and Dadaab refugee camps. Those guests of ours from Kakuma and Dadaab refugee camps, kindly be upstanding. We want to appreciate you and welcome you to our conference. Please welcome these guests. Yes, we want you to feel you are part of us. And from today on, we are welcoming you to be members of Kepsha. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and privilege to now address you today at our 21st National Delegates Conference. Our theme this year is Transformative Leadership in the Digital Transition of Inclusive and Sustainable Quality Basic Education, Prospects and Challenges for Kepsha. This theme encapsulates our role as educational leaders to guide our schools through a period digital transformation while ensuring that the basic education system we advocate remains inclusive and sustainable for future generations. It recognizes the imperative of preparing learners for success in a rapidly evolving digital landscape by seamlessly integrating digital tools, resources, and methodologies into the school curriculum and in operations. Digital technologies have revolutionized how we teach and how learners engage with us and with knowledge. In today's interconnected world, technology offers us new opportunities to expand access to learning resources, enhance education quality, and streamline school management. However, these opportunities come with significant responsibilities. As transformative leaders, we are called upon to drive the digital transition to promote inclusivity, sustainability, and long-term excellence in education. Take note, inclusivity. That is why we are having friends from Kakuma and Dadaab here with us. We must also address the challenges of bridging the digital divide to ensure no learner is left behind. What are the key questions we should be asking ourselves? This should include: 1, how can we use digital tools to improve learning outcomes? How do we ensure no child is excluded from this digital transition? What new skills must we develop to lead effectively in this era? And we should see as leaders, these answers lie in embracing transformation. Transformative leadership in the digital age requires embracing change and innovation, understanding that technology is not just a tool, but a catalyst for systemic transformation, collaboration, and lifelong learning. As school heads, we are not just administrators. We are visionaries, change agents, and custodians of quality education. Our leadership must focus on inclusivity, ensuring digital tools are accessible to all learners, regardless of geographical location, socioeconomic background, or ability. Innovativeness, continually finding new ways to integrate technology meaningfully in our curriculum and teaching methods. Sustainability, building long-term systems that can evolve with technological advancements and changing of educational needs. And what are the prospects we are looking at as Kepsha? The digital transition offers exciting prospects for Kepsha and its members. For Kepsha, this means leading digital initiatives that empower school aides to manage resources more effectively, improve communication, and enhance environments. That is why we have brought on board partners like Kurasa, who will talk to us here today. We have specific opportunities which include enhanced professional development. Digital platforms offer continuous learning opportunities for our members, keeping us at the forefront of education best practices. Improved collaboration. Technology enables us to share resources, ideas, and solutions more effectively across our network of schools. Data-driven response decision-making. Digital tools can help school heads track learners' performance, identify areas of need, and allocate resources more effectively, ensuring that we remain responsive to the changing educational landscape. Global connectivity. We can connect our members, teachers, learners with our peers worldwide, broadening their perspective of experiences. I know we have challenges, and these are issues we must address. We must confront these challenges of digital transformation. The digital divide is a challenge. Not all schools and learners have equal access to technology. Addressing this requires focused efforts to ensure equitable resource distribution. That is why we have brought on board Communication Authority of Kenya so that we address this challenge together. Teacher training, continuous support for teachers and learners is crucial in developing digital literacy. We have also brought other partners on board to assist us in training. Cybersecurity and ethics is a challenge. As we increase our digital footprint, we must ensure responsible and ethical use of technology by our learners and teachers. This includes internet safety, digital privacy, information literacy, and online etiquette. This is something which has been abused very much. The digital etiquette, and all of us should take it upon ourselves to educate ourselves on the best etiquette in the use of digital tools. Balancing technology and human interaction. There is no way technology will replace human interaction. And therefore, while digital solutions offer innovative learning, they should complement rather than replace the essential elements of human interaction, mentorship, and hands-on learning that are critical in shaping the young minds of our learners. Looking ahead, as school heads, we steward initiatives with long-term benefits for our learners and society. Kepsha's strategic plan for 2023-2027 outlines the strategic objectives to enhance digital learning, build the capacity of school heads, and promote inclusive education policies. And therefore, as we look ahead, Kepsha's role would be on key responsibilities, one being championing the policies. As Kepsha, we shall have to champion the policies that ensure Kenya's education system remains inclusive, sustainable, amid technological advancements, catering for the unique needs of every learner and fostering skills that are essential for success in the 21st century. In advocating for infrastructure and resources, including digital devices, digital content, and reliable internet connectivity to support technology-enabled learning environment. As Kepsha, we are advocating for this, and that is why we had a speaker here, and we shall have others who will talk on how we are going to work together, collaborate with them to ensure this is done. Promoting pedagogical approaches that empower learners to take ownership of their learning, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. Capacity building and support to empower school heads and teachers with the skills and knowledge to leverage digital tools effectively. Promoting utilization of digital tools to collect, analyze, and interpret learners' attendance, participation, and performance data to inform decisions on instructional practices, targeted support. We are rolling out such a program through Kurasa Africa. We have signed an MOU with Kurasa Africa to ensure such programs are introduced to all our schools in this country. Fostering partnerships with the parents. We are engaging with the Parents Association so that we have the parents we are engaging with the government, we are engaging with EdTech organizations, we are engaging with other partners and the community to build an inclusive digital ecosystem that serves all Kenyan learners equally. As we engage in discussions over the next few days, I encourage each one of you to, one, share your experiences and best practices in digital integration. We know, we have been told here, Mwiki Primary, they have got their website on. How many others do we have? These are experiences we are supposed to share in this forum, during the official discussion and during our informal discussion, so that we can learn from one another. Evaluate how technology can enhance our schools' operations. Collaborate on developing a Kepsha-wide strategy for an inclusive, sustainable, and quality-focused digital transition. Remember, our goal is not digitization for its own sake, but to leverage technology to provide the best possible education for every child in this country. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let us embrace our role as transformative leaders in this digital age. The opportunities before us are very vast, but they require bold leadership, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to inclusion and sustainability. Together, we can harness the power of technology to transform basic education in Kenya, making it more accessible, equitable, and capable of preparing our learners for the future. Let us approach this digital transition with wisdom, creativity, and dedication to our learners. Thank you, and I look forward to productive discussions, collaborations in the days ahead as we leave this conference on Friday. We shall leave transformed leaders. May I also make a note on the colleagues we have from Dadaab and Kakuma to promote equity in education and enhance quality of instruction in refugee hosting counties. Kepsha, in collaboration with development partners, advocates for the accreditation, certification, and issuance of TSC numbers to refugee teachers. Because these are teachers who are handling Kenyan children. And any child who is within our borders are Kenyan children. We should ensure the right education is delivered to them. We highly value the diversity these teachers bring and acknowledge their vital role in enriching learning and fostering the development of skills and competencies among children in these refugee communities. It is essential that refugee teachers have access to the same professional development opportunities as the national teachers, ensuring collective effort towards delivering excellence in teaching and learning in those communities. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I thank you very much, and I welcome you to this 21st conference, and wish everybody well as we deliberate throughout this week. Thank you very much and most welcome.
Makofi tafadhali to the national chairman. Asante sana. Sailwind band, makofi yao tafadhali. Aya, makofi, tupige makofi with that rhythm. Makofi ya juu, makofi ya juu.
Tushangilie Kenya taifa.
Makofi tafadhali. Aya.
Kenya tunayoipenda.
Daima.
Tushangilie Kenya taifa letu tukufu.
Unaweza inua mkono juu tafadhali.
Kenya nchi tunayoipenda. Kenya nchi tunayoipenda.
Asante sana Sailwind. Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly in the next 5 minutes, we'll listen to Longhorn Publishers, followed by Teach for Kenya. Those are our sponsors. 5 minutes each, 5 minutes each. Let's start with Longhorn Publishers. Muko wapi tafadhali? 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes begin once you start speaking. Go ahead.
The National Chair, Kepsha, the National Executive Council, all lady teachers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to be here today. This is Longhorn Publishers, your partner in CBC. We started the journey together in 2017 when CBC was introduced. We are here to partner with you to make sure you complete this journey successfully, even as you receive the grade 9 books. I had head teachers who are being called yesterday, and you are receiving books from the Ministry of Education for the grade 9 and the new rationalized books for grade 1 to 4. Longhorn is part of that consignment, and you will see Science and Technology grade 5 being part of the books you are receiving. Today, we are coming to you as a home of all the solutions that you need. We have our rationalized books on our stands, and you'll be able to come and see them for those who will need extra books as reference materials. We have brought readers for CBC, for primary, and we are giving them at an offer of 200 shillings. And all CBC approved junior school readers at an offer of 300 shillings. Above that, you will need a number of references that you will need to succeed in the CBC implementation. And today, we want to take this opportunity to launch one such product that you require in social studies. Media, please let us see what we have.
Atlas for CBC is the atlas of choice for learners, teachers, parents, and the general public. This atlas is systematic in content presentation. It helps the user absorb and retain geographical, social, and historical facts with ease. The atlas also captures the constitutional changes in Kenya and other contemporary developments in the region and the world at large. It uses full color illustrations, charts, and maps to ease understanding of concepts. Get your copy today.
The Longhorn Junior School 4-figure mathematical table has been written to cover all the necessary concepts in junior school mathematics and integrated science, as well as the relevant formula admissible in an examination room. All the tables have been simplified for easy reading by junior school learners. The cube root table has also been included. Formula on measurements, geometry, algebra, trigonometry, and data handling have been given. The Longhorn Junior School 4-figure mathematical table is suitable and useful for learners in the junior school level.
Is the atlas which will take us through the...
We want you to use your phones. We want comments as well. You have any question, you have any comment, you have ideas, from where you're seated, from your phone, you can post that idea and we will see it on the screen. Asante san. Could we have the first question very quickly? So which organization do you represent, so that we just get that feel and then we move on? Just type it in. Type in, type in, type in. Just go to menti.com, menti.com, menti.com. When you're asked for a code, the code is 44645605. You can write it down. Even when you're at home, you can type in and you will get to post your comments wherever you'll be spending the time while you're here in Mombasa. So we have Nakonek Comprehensive School, Premier, Credit. Aha. So you are well represented, and this is data, the use of data, so that no one is left behind. It's 22 minutes past 10. 22 minutes past 10. For the next speakers, please keep the time allocated so that we are able to end in good time. So we'll leave that. Even if we change the screen, it's still on your phone, so you can still have the conversation. But now, let's shift our focus a bit. Let's go to the presentation. Eyes on the screen. Just take us back, just take us back. We still want to see those, yeah. Now let's go to the presentation. Eyes on the screen, eyes on the screen. Imagine the potential we have. Let's have the screen. Everyone across the globe is like this. Everyone. Whether it's in this meeting, right now, in the matatus, everywhere. People are eating dinner. This is, you want to find love, this is it. In other words, if you have a good message, a bad message, you talk to the whole world at one go. So what do we use to trust what we are receiving? What's the system, the gauge? Fake news is a reality. So we need a system. We need to be proactive, because if we are not, this will be the end of all of us. We are going into a bottomless pit. So as teachers, we have to be at the forefront. And to guide us through, gentlemen, leadership, technology and innovation in transforming basic education, insights from the M-Pesa Foundation Academy. Please. Sound, please. A big round of applause to Bwana David Ochieng Olo, makofi yake tafadhali.
The National Chair, Kepsha, the Kepsha Executive Board, my colleagues here, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my pleasure to be with you here this day and just bring you the insights from M-Pesa Foundation Academy. M-Pesa Foundation Academy admits students who are economically challenged but having leadership attributes in them from all over the country. We take 2 students from each county, including the refugee camps. I'm hoping we'll have the video on so that you just be able to see where our students come from. Team, please. Where our students come from and what they become after they have joined the academy.
Arts and who are good at academia. It's not just about
We want this to be one of the best schools globally, not just in Kenya. But also we want to go very much into the use of technology, particularly in education, entrepreneurship and leadership.
You need to develop around the children who are good at sports, who are good at arts, and who are good at academia. It's not just about building the best school in Africa, it is about producing leaders of tomorrow.
I'm hoping that we will produce high-quality students, inquiring students, curious students.
I have also inspired young girls to take up sports. And to make a difference.
The club's program at the academy has given me an opportunity to engage in various activities outside class. As a member of chess club, I have gotten opportunities to participate in global and local tournaments, such as the 45th FIDE Chess Olympiad earlier this year. It has sharpened my focus, boosted my self-confidence, and developed my critical thinking, patience, and strategic planning. Outside school, I mentor younger people in my community by teaching them the basis of chess. Through this, I have witnessed how chess can bring people together, foster friendship, and build connections. Chess has truly transformed my life, and through me, it has positively impacted many others.
The personal project is a core in the IB and YP, where students are allowed to carry out a project based on their personal interests. My personal project was about paper and plastic waste recycling using white cement to reduce the spread of malaria in my community. The project has won several awards, including the IB Global Youth Fund and the Best Business Plan in the Enterprise Adventure most recently. Through personal project, I have been able to pursue my interest further and make an impact in my community.
Through the STEM program at the Academy, I've been able to further pursue my interest in technology, been empowered to think outside the box, and even got an opportunity to pitch my innovative idea to the President of Kenya during the Connected Africa Summit. I've also won several awards, such as the High Lake competition, and I also sit in the Youth Advisory Board for the Climate Innovation Challenge. I've also applied the knowledge and skills in creating a web app that addresses environmental issues in my community.
Through the school's entrepreneurship and innovation program, I have significantly enhanced my skills as a young entrepreneur. These sessions have not only improved the quality of my products, but have also taught me to take risks and embrace failure. This journey has given me a strong sense of resilience, which I believe is crucial for any entrepreneur. I am now better prepared to navigate the complexities of running a business and to continually strive for success.
Kepsha Foundation Academy is truly a creator of thinkers, doers, and leaders.
Thank you. Really thinkers, leaders, and doers. And I hope as I talk to you in this hall at this moment, you identify with those students, because those students have actually come from you. You can actually tell this is a student from my school. The reason why we come to you is since the time we began engaging you and involving Kepsha in getting the right students to be at the academy, we have got the right quality of students who actually truly are in need but are able to perform well if afforded an opportunity. But why transform basic education? Education the way it is has changed from the classical method that we used before, where we were preparing people for the factory. Right now, we are talking about the nature of education changing globally. So, you have the financial literacy. You've seen some kids, they are coming up with some kind of dance and some bit of weaving they've done. It is the era of financial literacy. You have seen in that particular case where we are having global citizenship, kids with wheelbarrows, and that's the community service that we're talking about in CBC right now. And by the way, before I even go further, M-Pesa Foundation Academy in 2026 is opening the door to CBC grade 10 students. Why? Because, I think that's why the clap. Because we've discovered whatever is contained in CBC is the direction to go. We are in an era where you're not talking about inclusion only in terms of gender. You're not talking about inclusion in terms of the schools for the deaf, schools for the blind, or the physically disabled. We are in the era where we are looking at ADHD and autism. We are looking at kids that are suffering from dysgraphia, dyspraxia, dyslexia. The era where assistive technology is going to be used in assessment, where you'll require readers, you'll require scribes, you'll require kind of software that is able to translate texts into audio and vice versa. That's the direction that education is going. And if that's the direction education is going, then what are we looking at? We are looking at people with skills that are not going to be only localized, but are you. For you to be that kind of leader, you need to be pragmatic. You need to be that kind of person that's accepting change. But you'll start by first packaging your school for the purpose that it is for. Please take me to the next slide. What's the mission of your school? And what's the vision of your school? That curriculum is the CBC you have right now. But you'll need to spice it. You'll need to involve it with the contemporary issues that we have right now. Community service is one of them. Inclusive education is one of them. Differentiation is one of them. You may be asking me, how will we be able to do that? I tell you, it is possible. Regardless of where you teach from, it is still possible to harness the innovative power and give them the opportunity to be leaders. Give them the platform for them to move on. Let's go ahead, please. Kindly, let's go ahead to the next slide. Right, technology. We are out of the memorization. We are now into the realm of adaptive technology. We have moved away from integration, where you're looking at multimedia in the classroom. We are now moving into the use of artificial intelligence. University, what does he own? A company that is making shoes, courtesy of the financial literacy skills that this student was able to get at M-Pesa Foundation Academy. Move on, please. And of course, that's from Makueni County. Now, I would love to stop there, and once innovation starts moving, those two are going to Abu Dhabi in January as a result of innovation because of what they have been able to do, creating awareness on climate change. What did they use? Eggshells. Are you sure you can get eggshells right from where you are teaching? Yes, it's possible. Community service and how those kids are working to transform their communities. They have been able to attract sponsorship from the different organizations worth $3,000 for them to implement their projects. Global Youth Action Fund, Zayed Awards, and all that. And of course, I want to stop there because I know my time is up. But I want to let you know, please, we rely on you for us to transform, for us to be able to make those students who they are. We need you. We need your support. Please, before you leave this place, pick a form. We are at the first tent, gate A. Please go and pick a form. Take it to that needy. I think even the equipment is ahead of me now. So take that form kindly please give it to that financially needy student in your school. Let them apply for a space in this school. The deadline is 30th April 2025. Thank you and God bless you. Be our ambassadors to transform Kenya.
Asante, a big round of applause to Bwana David Ochieng Olo. We apologize for that technical hitch there. Asante sana. Asante sana, a gift by Kennedy.
Talking about the revolution signs. Don't you know? Talking about the revolution.
Asante sana.
Well, they suddenly the perfect lies. Crying at the doorstep, so those amazing salvation. Wasting time in unemployment lives. Sitting around and waiting for promotion. Don't you know? Talking about the revolution.
Asante Sailwind Band. Thank you so much. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, for 10 minutes, Oxford University Press, our gold sponsor. Oxford, karibuni, makofi yao tafadhali. 10 minutes. Karibu sana. Sailwind. Well done, Sailwind.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Mike Omboro, representing Oxford University Press, and we are delighted that we've been partners with Kepsha for this long, and we shall continue being your partners for as long as it takes us, because at the end of it, we both give what learners deserve, which is knowledge, and as Oxford, we do a lot of research on the products that we give to our learners. Today and throughout this week, we are outside here and we are going to be inviting you to our stand where we have new products that we've developed in research, by researching, so that we can have the best for our learners and for the teachers to use. So today, I want to talk about the different products that we are going to be having and the different offers that we are offering in this curriculum of CBC, whereby teacher, learner, and the parent engagement is critical following the curriculum design as it is developed by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Design. So today we are going to be presenting some products. We call them the must-haves. The must-haves is because they are resources that really help our learners all the way from PP1 to junior school. So today we have some very good products. We have Kitabu Changu Cha Picha and My Word Picture Book, which is used by the early learners, the learners for PP1 and PP2. These are dictionaries. So instead of you asking learners to go and download various pictures from the website, we have developed a product that is very colorful, very learner-friendly, that you can have the learners use from PP1 and PP2. We are aware that Kiswahili is being introduced in PP2. That's why we have Kitabu Changu Cha Picha, and we want you to have a look at them. The next one that we have are products for grade 1 to grade 3, where we have the bilingual dictionary. The bilingual dictionary is because we are calling it the bilingual dictionary because it has languages translated from one language to the other. So we have one, the blue one that you see is translated from English to Kiswahili. Our urban learners are struggling with the language Kiswahili, especially Kiswahili. So we ask them and encourage them to use the blue bilingual dictionary that translates from English to Kiswahili. Learners will use the language that they understand more to be able to learn the other language. In areas where Kiswahili is very prominent, let's say like the Mombasa, Kiswahili to English will do well. And these products, we've found that they are very beneficial to the learners because they have helped not just the learner, but also the parents and teachers who don't understand the language. Some words are foreign to us, and when they are introduced to us, we don't understand them. But now with the bilingual dictionary, we are able to translate them in sentences form and also in word translation form. The other products that we have are the monolingual dictionaries. The monolingual are one-word dictionaries. We have one in English called A to Z, and another one for Kiswahili called Kamusi ya Watoto. These products are used by those learners who already are understanding the language, so they don't have a challenge in translating the different words from Kiswahili to English. So these ones are also used by learners from grade 1 all the way to grade 3. Then in grade 4, 5, and 6, we have very good dictionaries, Oxford Primary Dictionary, that is very beneficial to that learner who has already developed the language, and Kamusi Sanifu ya Msingi for the same level 4, 5, and 6. And as they use these products, I want to encourage you teachers to encourage and to continue encouraging the learners to read as much as they can when it comes to language. Let them read outside the dictionary and the Kamusi and read storybooks so that they can be able to develop the language. So the other products that serve this particular area, we have, and we shall be launching this atlas. It is called the 360 Primary Atlas. You find that it has a QR code at the end. We have enhanced our atlas to have digital resources within it. So when you scan the QR code, you are able to demonstrate the features, let's say the East African anthem or the formation of the Rift Valley using video enhancement. That's why we have the QR code. And also note, the CBC Atlas for grade 5 to 6 is designed according to the curriculum design. The curriculum design for JS and the one for CBC grade 1 to grade 6, they are totally different. So there is no way we wanted to have one atlas that cuts across. It would mean that we have a humongous atlas. So we've decided to tailor-make an atlas that caters for that grade 4, 5, and 6 learner. And note, they will only buy this atlas once when they join grade 4. So they can use it in grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6. And also to emphasize again, we have digital enhancements within the atlas where they can scan the QR code, make it digitally enhanced, and the learners will enjoy using the atlas. An atlas is just not a product. It is a product that the learners need to enjoy using. The next product that we shall be using and we shall be launching within this Kepsha period is the 360 Atlas for JS. This one is a JS specific atlas tailored according to the curriculum design for grade 7, 8, and 9 for social study. So this particular product, the learner can use it in that area of grade 7, 8, and 9. And again, it is enhanced with digital enhancement within the atlas through scanning the QR code. Next slide, please. Then we want to talk about the Kamusi. The Kamusi is a very critical product. And as you see in that video, we are talking about the genesis of our Kamusi. Oxford is all about research. And through research, we've been able to develop a Kamusi that is usable now. I remember some years back, we used to use the brown one, which was developed in 1982. 2014, language is dynamic, language changes, and more words have been added to the Kamusi. And just to talk about something very important for our Kamusi, which is called Tuki, Kamusi Sanifu ya Kiswahili. It is the Kamusi that is used by NEC whenever they are marking assessments, because our Kamusi has methali within it. So when you have our Kamusi, you can be able to identify the different methalis within different words that are identifiable in the Kamusi. With our Kamusi, you can be able to use it in JES, and also it can be used from grade 6 all the way to grade 8. It is a very good product that has both all the words that are required, enhanced, and added words that have been added to the atlas, to the Kamusi, that is. As I finish, I want to go to the next slide, whereby we have different bundles that we've put together for you teachers. come to our stand where we have packaged all our must-haves. That is the kamusis for lower primary, the kamusis for middle school, and the dictionaries and kamusis for JES, plus the atlases. We've given you a 25% discount for all throughout our products. So for any products that you get, whereby you're able to sign an order form at our stand, note, you can come, fill in the order form, and the products will be delivered to your school, and you can pay within 60 days. So we are giving you a grace period of going through the products that you need and pay them within 60 days. You don't have to pay for them here, though we have cash payments where you can pay, but you can pay within 60 days and the products are going to be delivered to your school. Finally, this is also a nice part of it. We have a raffle ticket competition at our stand. For any products that you buy, for any products that you order through the order form, you are entitled to winning gifts and giveaways from Oxford. So visit our stand. We are just behind here, and we have all these beautiful products for you, including storybooks, dictionaries, and course books for those who would want to buy supplementary course books in line with the curriculum design that we have them at our stand. Again, thank you very much, Kepsha. Thank you for partnering with us, and we shall continue partnering with you. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana, Oxford University Press. Up next, Premier Credit, 10 minutes. Premier Credit Mkwabi. Premier Credit. Aya, Sailwind Band. Wanawakaribisha. Premier Credit. Wewe. Thank you so much.
Thank you. To the chairman, Kepsha, esteemed dignitaries, distinguished guests, valued partners, ladies and gentlemen. I extend my heartfelt greetings to all of you. Good morning. My name is Faith Nyambura, Country Sales Manager at Premier Credit. Premier Credit is a microfinance institution founded in the year 2013, and we are now marking a decade in the industry. We specialize in delivering financial solutions to corporation, government agencies, SME, salaried individuals in Kenya. We also extend our operations to Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, and South Africa. We are committed to driving a positive change in people's lives through offering financial solutions. With a wide network of 100 branches, a dedicated team of 2,700 employees, Premier Credit is making a meaningful impact by not only creating investment opportunity for our clients, but also generating jobs and fostering economic growth across the nation. Together, we are building a bright future for our community. Some of our partners include Swainford, the International Finance Corporation, Amphi, NCBA, Britam, Symbiotic, and Strandbo, just to name a few. Beyond lending, Premier Credit is deeply committed to giving back to the community. We have actively participated in various CSR initiatives, including providing water tank to schools like Tara Boys, Kamato Primary in Nyanza, Chicago Primary in Mount Kenya, and not forgetting Marigat Special Needs School in Baringo. We have also constructed hygienic toilets at Chamurendu Primary School to promote the well-being of young girls. We have constructed waiting bay at various Kenya prisons, government hospitals, police stations, AP camps, And we have also sponsored various sports in GSU Ruaraka and Kenya Police. At this point, I would request the media. Media, please.
I am the head of institution, Shamulendo Primary and Junior School, Machakos County, Tala Ward. Nilifurahia sana wakati Premier Credit walikuja ground, kulikuwa na shida kubwa sana ya vyoo na wakatutengenezea choo, and we appreciate. That time the latrines were not good. When they were poor latrines, there was a lot of absenteeism, but now absenteeism is very minimal. Kabla tupate the latrines, hapa tumesimama kulikuwa na madizi, na sometimes watoto walikuwa wanajisaidia huko kwa madizi. We are happy and the girls are happy. The teachers are happy, and even they have learned how to own the latrines because they are the ones who even clean and they also disinfect.
I'm Joseph Mwema, a parent in Chamulendo Primary School. I came to learn about a project through the Premier microfinance. Pande ya choo wamesaidia, manake kwa wakati walikuja kujenga hatukuwa na choo kwa ajili ya watoto wetu katika shule. Ningependa kutoa mwito ya kwamba kwa maana Premier wamefanya jambo nzuri katika hii eneo, wazidi kufanya hiyo kazi bila kuchoka. Tuwaombe, tuwashike mkono, wazidi kufanyia wengi, manake watainua maisha ya wengine na kubadili maisha ya watu katika nchi yetu ya Kenya.
Would recommend the Premier Credit to other institutions because what they did here at the ground, it created a lot of impact because the students are comfortable now that they are using good latrines of a higher level than what was there before. The pupils are more careful and they have learned more about the hygiene. First of all, they are the ones who clean the latrines, they disinfect the latrines, and because there is water nearby, they have also learned to clean their hands after they visit the latrines. I appreciate what the Premier Credit did for our school, and I recommend the Premier Credit.
Tungetoa mwito ya kwamba Premier waendelee na huyo moyo katika kusaidia jamii. Ni wengi ambao watasoma na wafanye kazi wenyewe jamii kupitia kwa msaada ambao Premier imepeana.
Thank you. Tupigie Premier makofi. Our efforts extend to various institutions, including children homes, Kenya Prison, through provision of sanitation items and food items. We have also provided support for children with cerebral palsy at SK by offering occupation therapy. Additionally, we have participated in tree planting at Karura and Mau Forest. This contribution reflects our commitment in enhancing the well-being of our community. Premier Credit is proud to have partnered with Kepsha since November last year, marking a fruitful year of collaboration. We appreciate our relationship with Kepsha through our able chairman. We share a common clientele also under the TSC Service Commission, whom we have been serving since year 2015. Premier Credit would like to express our sincere appreciation to Kepsha for organizing this essential event, which has brought together more than 16,000 head teachers. In this conference, we believe we'll have an opportunity to interact with our existing and potential clients. This conference strengthens our partnership in blood awareness, relationship with Kepsha, and our esteemed clients. Finally, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for this impactful event. We look forward to continued partnership and mutual support as we work together to achieve our shared goals. Together, we continue to mark a meaningful difference in the communities we serve. With the permission of the MC at this point, I would request all of us to remove our phones kindly and dial *241# to access our services. Kindly dial *241# to access our services. And the first 4 people who will complete the process, kindly raise up your hand. I have an award for you.
Whoa.
Yes.
*241#.
Yes.
The first 4 people,
yes,
an award.
Yes.
*241#.
Yes.
The first 4 people, if you are the first, please put up your hand. Put up your hand. *2.
Let's clap for the chairman.
Oh, wow. A big round of applause to the chairman. He has made it. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Another person? Another teacher? Let's see. A teacher? Let's see. Wow. Any other person? Any other person who has made it? Oh, there's a hand at the very back. Please come. Where are you? Makofi yake tafadhali. Well done. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Many thanks. And of course, we have a gift as well for you, courtesy of Kepsha. Big round of applause to Mr. Fuad as he delivers the gift.
So kindly visit us at the tent behind here. Thank you very much.
That's Premier Credit. Asante sana. Sailwind Band. Well done. Asante sana. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes, KCB Bank Limited. Asante sana. KCB Bank Limited, 10 minutes. Wait. Asante sana, 10 minutes.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. To the chairman, Kenya Primary School Heads Association, to the leadership, Kepsha, all union officials present, education stakeholders, head teachers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my humble pleasure to stand before you today representing KCB Foundation. My name is Stephen Mate, the Senior Program Manager in charge of Education Program. KCB Foundation is the CSR arm of KCB Group, and representing the director, Ms. Mendi Njonjo, who sent me with greetings. Do you receive them? Thank you. So as KCB Foundation, we run 2 main programs. The first is the Education Scholarship Program that you all know because we consume part of the products that you produce in your institutions. And the second one is Enterprise Development Program that focuses on the youth in the Skilling and Job Creation Program, commonly known as Tujiajiri Program. But before I start making my comments, I would request the media just to play one video.
We lack food, and that's my mother goes to the Lake Magadi Hospital there. They go to Lake Magadi Hospital, they wait for those tourists who come to there. My name is Joshua Garasha Odinga. I'm 15 years old, and I live in Lengo Bay sublocation in Magadi Division, Kajiado West, and in Kajiado County. My siblings are, in total, they were 15. I have got 370 marks in Nasirian Primary School. It's a public school. I want to be a pilot because I want to fly higher than all people. Yes, I heard about the KCP Foundation Scholarship through social media. And the reason I have applied is that my parents, that they cannot help me to finish my education.
Pangaranari secondary. Naga rumo yera pagi. Eranari ndiro. Arumo yera dara secondary. Anana inde gara dala. Anga na ri alega ri class ni. Na wo mo lele lega. Ega debro ya lo senine. Secondary. Na wona ga wo na ranes na ankai. Oina ACB na ayi.
Mathematics was my favorite subject because I love calculation. I love calculating things. Whenever I saw anything, I started calculating how it is, how big it is. Now that I have been taken by the KCB scholarship, I want to thank them for the good work they have done, and to my parents, I will help them to move in poverty by searching jobs that can help in our family. And in school, I will be working hard so that I will get another good performance.
Wow. A big round of applause to Joshua. That boy is going places. Go ahead.
Thank you. It gives me much pleasure to join you today in marking the Kenya Primary School Heads Association Conference. I take this opportunity to thank you for the great work that you've been doing in shaping the future of this nation by nurturing the minds to greater heights. Indeed, the future of this nation, by nurturing the young minds of greater heights. And the future of this nation definitely is to be shaped by all of us today through skilling, discipline, knowledge that we all gain in our institutions. As the KCB family, we are particularly cognizant of the critical role education plays in shaping our society and doors of opportunities it opens for our communities in improving the quality of life. The KCB Foundation is the citizenship arm of KCB Group, as I have earlier mentioned, and we exist to serve as a catalyst for positive change and to improve the well-being of the communities that KCB operates in. And that is why the education program is one of the key pillars through which we provide secondary school scholarship opportunities for 1,000 Kenyans every year as we transition them all the way to the university level and colleges. That means we make an 8-year investment once we consume them from your schools. And it is through that, esteemed guests, that this year's theme, Advancing Basic Education Effectiveness in Kenya through Transformative Leadership and Management of the Digital Age, speaks to the need to adapt to the global education trends. With enhancement in technology emerging every day, it's important for us to deliberate on how we can better prepare our learners for today's world. As education champions, we need to consider inclusive curriculum that focuses on developing a more comprehensive, future-ready education system in Kenya by focusing on the relevant stakeholders, including the employers who meet these students later in life. We cannot afford to continue doing things the same way we used to do. This therefore compels us to benchmark against top of the world institutions to achieve excellence in our endeavors. This is why KCB partners with other like-minded organizations like Codris Africa to introduce coding and programming to children of ages as an increasing competitive skills to the market. And I'm sure most of our institutions here today have introduced the coding as part of the curriculum, and as KCB want to partner and continue supporting such institutions in the coding curriculum. The KCB Foundation remains steadfast in the transformative agenda geared towards enhancing the quality of lives of the people and communities that we serve. This is in line with the KCB brand purpose, for people, for better. This is because our purpose extends beyond profit making. We exist to serve as a catalyst for progress in our communities from grassroots levels. We achieved this through several initiatives, key among them being the KCB Scholars Program, similar of what you've seen in the video. That student, Joshua, represents one of the 1,000 scholars we recruited this year to join high school and move all the way to the universities in Kenya and abroad. We achieved this through getting scholars from all divides. The scholars that we focus every year includes vulnerable boys and girls, mainly who cannot acquire education without our intervention. They may include bright and needy, persons with disability. COVID brought about teen moms within our institutions. We are able to intervene on that. Cultural practices like FGM champions, we are able to intervene on girls who have run away because of FGM. And lastly, the gifted and talented in line with the CBC curriculum. This year, we were able to launch a class of 50 athletes who have been supported to acquire their education while nurturing their talents, and we seek to extend this support into other sports going forward. The comprehensive scholarship package also incorporates mentorship, which sees the students receive guidance from the alumni, from the KCB staff, and teachers on quarterly basis each year. So far, KCB Foundation has supported over 5,800 scholars from across all parts of this country to access education.
Thank you so
Out of which 49% have been girls and 51% boys. In addition, KCB Foundation has been in the forefront in supporting infrastructure development to deserving institutions. Our schools right here represented today have been beneficiaries of such initiatives. And that is why this year we set aside 45 million Kenya shillings to be able to support our institutions' infrastructure that have gone through provision of water tanks to over 117 schools seated right here today.
Wow, thank you so much.
We've gone ahead again to build over 10 ablution blocks to the most deserving institutions, again, part of the team represented in this forum today.
Thank you so much.
We've also been able to build classrooms, refurbish learning infrastructure, because our main focus is to improve on the learning experience for our learners.
Stephen, thank you so much. A big round of applause to Stephen. We will visit your exhibition spot. Asante sana. Because of time, we'll have to stop there. Thank you, Bwana Stephen.
Thank you.
Many thanks. We have a gift for you, a gift of appreciation from, once again, Bwana Kennedy. Bwana Hussein Dubat. Bwana Hussein Dubat. Tafadhali.
Thank you.
Tupate zawadi pale. Because of time, thank you so much.
Just last one. Lastly, we've been able to partner in growing of trees. I'm sure you've seen KCB presence. The KCB Foundation works with our branches across all the networks. Kindly visit our branches and get to access all these facilities. Thank you very much.
Stephen, we will visit you. We will visit you. Asante, makofi yake tafadhali. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 17 minutes past 11. Asante sana, Sailwind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's just look at some of the comments coming from the audience. These are some of your comments very quickly. Let's have Menti on the screen. These are some of the comments that you've been posting. So share your digital experience. Let's just go down. Murumbasi, Somebody saying quite amazing. At St. Mary's, I use Easy School CBC analytics to give assessment feedback to parents. It creates electronic assessment books and learner progress reports. This has helped save time. Asante sana. Up next, let's just have the full screen. The other side, We just want to appreciate just the full screen. Let's go. Very interactive, Digital takes us high and to the whole world. Let's go down, 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 down. Great ingredient. Thank you so much. Please post your comments and thoughts. We want to make sure that whatever you're sharing is captured. So your presence is important. So ladies and gentlemen, up next, let's have the screen. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes. We'll welcome our speaker, Bwana Bernard Orimbo, Save the Children Team Lead, Lego, talking about inclusion of refugee teachers in the national education system. Makofi yake tafadhali, 10 minutes tuzungumzie. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. Kepsha Chair, Kepsha Leadership, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if it's good morning or good afternoon. Hamjamboni. Thank you. So, Chairman, if you allow me, I'll use only 2 minutes. I know we have a very keen facilitator over there. So, I have my colleague who will be coming to give us only 5 minutes of exactly why we focus on teachers. Save the Children, for a number of you who know, we're an international NGO that focuses on children, promoting the human rights of children. We work in over 120 countries globally. Here in Kenya, we focus on education, health, nutrition, child protection, and a few other areas that are quite significant and critical to ensure that children grow in health and develop to be what they want to be. Now, why I'm here, we have a project that we call Teach Well Voices, and I was quite impressed when I was listening to the chairman earlier, and he mentioned very deliberately on refugee teachers and the element of inclusion. You know, we are Kenyans, and some of you remember that sometime, I think a few years ago, we had a president in the United States. I'm sure many Kenyans, if not all Kenyans, can relate. His name is Obama. And there is something that's unique about him because he has a Kenyan linkage. He became what he was because his father had the opportunity to learn. Imagine if that father was a refugee in America and his chances of ensuring that he thrived, or at least his children thrived, were submerged or at least thwarted. We would not be talking of Obama. And of course, several others. A teacher is very important because some of us, even many years after you've left school, you still remember that one teacher in primary. I was listening to my other colleague, Mr. Olo. He was talking and I remembered my teacher. He caned me seriously. But beyond caning, there was something positive I will never forget, that teachers shape us to what we are. We at Save the Children are focusing on Teach Well Voices because we look at the critical role that refugee teachers play in our economy. We have 107 schools across Turkana and Garissa, that is Kakuma and Dadaab. We have over 217,000 children, representing over a half of the total refugee population. If those children are to compete effectively, then we would want them to get the best from the teachers. And that's why the project is looking at the element of quality of instruction. Imagine that that number that I've talked about is served by 80% refugee teachers, of whom only 33% are qualified, at least as per Kenya qualification entry behavior, that is C plane and above. That is very, very critical for us to ensure that the element of inclusion happens. So, Mr. Chairman, if you allow me, I'll call upon my colleague Tanui to come and give us just very few slides. I assure you, facilitator, that is not going to take more than 7 minutes. Asanteni sana.
Chairman, the National Executive Council, Kepsha, the delegates, or the partners within all protocol observed. My name is Geoffrey Tanui, and I would like to walk us through what we are discussing as inclusion of refugees in the national education system. And Bernard had talked about the importance of teachers in terms of education, and he's gone ahead to demonstrate through an example of a former US president, and I think that underpins the importance of a teacher. And I would say that without quality teachers, without building the capacities of these teachers, it becomes quite difficult for learners to develop the requisite skills and competencies that we hope for them. Whereas the the Kenyan Constitution and different structures within the education systems have gone ahead to include these learners without their teachers actually being recognized. And some of the key issues that we are talking about in terms of refugee learners as well as refugee host communities is the access to same education opportunities for learners within these regions. And when we talk about these regions, we are talking about Kakuma and Dadaab. Those are regions within our country. And qualified refugee teachers, if we listen to Bernard's presentation, is that we have more than 85% of the teachers teaching within this setup being refugees themselves. Some of them, about 33%, have recognizable qualifications for certification as well as issuance of TSC numbers, but they do not have these numbers, and that denies them critical opportunities to be better teachers in terms of instruction. This not only affect the learners in terms of learning that they receive from these teachers, but also affects these teachers in terms of their well-being, looking at their motivation, being equal to any other teacher within the country and across the globe becomes quite difficult for them. And that becomes quite a challenge for them to deliver learning that is impactful for the learners. So for Save the Children and other partners, including Kepsha, we do advocate for recognition of these refugee teachers in terms of pathways that would provide for them to be recognized, have their prior qualifications recognized here in Kenya, issued with TSC numbers like any other teacher for those who qualify, and creation of educational pathways for those teachers who are teaching without the requisite qualifications. And the other objective that we have for this is to amplify the voices of teachers. This is my second or third time standing before you. And I want to thank Kepsha, Bwana Chairman, for working through with us on advocacy for skills development, enhancing resource to schools in terms of capitation, and as well the recommendations that we had around minimum essential package to ensure that the school environment is quite impactful for learning and delivery of skills. And on the same, Chairman, we are calling upon each and every stakeholder in here for us to be able to advocate for refugee teacher voices in terms of policy making, curricular review, so that it brings the kind of diversity that would take this country ahead in terms of looking at empowering these refugee learners as well as the teachers. We are also looking into innovative financing mechanisms, looking at the fact that refugee is a shared burden, and we call upon each and every stakeholder out there that we include them in our national education budget, as well as, you know, looking at education partners financing the same. To this chairman, we want to appreciate the steps that the Ministry of Education and Kenyan government has made in terms of inclusion, looking at the fact that these refugee learners sit for the national exams like any other learner in Kenya. That accords them the same opportunities to sit for the same assessments. There is progressive registration of learners in NEMIS. There is also progressive access to Kenyan government schools and universities. We also appreciate the accelerated education program that is trying to enable the learners who are far behind to catch up in terms of age. Maybe they enrolled quite late in education.
Revolutionize creativity and quality in our classrooms. Let's move to the next. But before that, I want to introduce myself. Let's move to the next. Next slide. So, shule ni mwalimu. Shule ni nani? Shule ni mwalimu. Semeni vizuri. Shule ni mwalimu. Shule ni mwalimu. Don't forget that. Let's move to the next. So, my name is William Guru, aka mtoto wa mwalimu. Every time I get a call from a head teacher, that is what they call me. Mtoto wa mwalimu. Let's move to the next. So you can see me here next to my mom. She's next in blue. And she actually inspired me to teach. And you can see on the right side, I'm teaching at KU Primary. KU Primary, are we here? KU Primary? Kasarani County? I taught at KU Primary and I went to, this is Kahawa Garrison Primary School. Iko ndani ya barracks hiyo shule. So I'm a product of Kepsha, I'm a product of the public schools in Kenya. Let's move to the next one. So we have a Menti code just for us to say which county we are coming from. I want to read it and you can type it on your phone. 38002608. So we just want to see which counties are here, which counties are present, and also which counties are digital. Let's move to the next slide. Thank you. So for my presentation, just like a teacher should do, I prepared a lesson plan, and thankfully I prepared this on Kurasa. So you can see this is our grade 9 Kepsha at 2021. And what we want to do by the end of this class is to have, we will need to define emerging technologies. What are the emerging technologies? We need to identify the technologies and how relevant they are in the classrooms. We need to also know the problems in the classrooms. And then we can see how do we merge digital emerging technologies. Mkono juu, hatutaweka internet. IEBC. There are people I cannot tell where they are. So let's now look at the dilemma that teachers are facing. Let's move to the next slide. So these are the problems, the real problems that teachers face. And those of us who are teaching in the classroom are very much familiar with these problems. So we have schemes of work. Again, these are the books that you see teachers carrying in this kind of way. We have lesson plans, we have attendance records. How can we implement CBC when we cannot tell the data, when we cannot be able to identify how learners are progressing and where the gaps actually are? And let's move to the next slide. So as teachers, they have to spend 80% of their time in rote learning, memorization, and because of this, the only way we can measure learning outcomes is by having examinations. And we risk getting into the culture of exams after exams. And so, move to the next. So that's the need that we have for visibility. That as Kurasa, as Kepsha, our mandate is effective management of learning. Effective. How can we be effective if the classrooms are not effective? So that is what we have as need for visibility. We need to be able to see how curriculum is moving. Teachers need to plan, and we can see how they are planning. We need to be able to monitor continuous attendance. Plan for assessments. If we need to have assessments, we need data to know what kind of assessments do we need and where the gaps are. So what we have done at Kurasa is we have introduced a tool where we have put in the entire KICD curriculum from PP1 all the way to grade 9 will be there next year. And what this does, it enables teachers to easily do their curriculum tasks. You realize that formative assessment, summative assessment, lesson planning schemes are all based on curriculum. And that is the core strength of Kurasa. So let's move to the next slide. So this now enables a teacher, instead of filling a rubric book like this, which right now they're usually filled in the staff rooms, and you have to go through page by page, filling in one learning outcome at a time. And in the case where teachers have to share this book, it has to move from one teacher to the next. Now they have an opportunity to do this instantly and all together at once. So that is the benefit of what technology does in the classroom. Let's move to the next. So we have formative versus summative. Again, this is what we call assessment for learning. So assessment for learning is when you are continuously assessing as you teach and ensuring that you are adjusting your teaching methodologies to help learners who are falling behind. So a teacher now is able to do their record keeping within 3 minutes, and a lot of schools, a lot of teachers here are testament to how this is transforming the education. And also this has dashboards that enable head teachers to also look at curriculum implementation. You can see what is the progress of curriculum, for example. So this is an example of an assessment for an outcome, and you can see you are able to even upload evidence and show what is the evidence that this learner you are saying has met expectation or exceeded expectation. Yes, so you can see now there is a weekly dashboard where you can now be checking what percentage are we. It means we don't need to wait till the term is over for us to fill in a book that looks like this. Because these books are usually filled in at the end of the term. Okay, now I want us to jump quickly to the most interesting parts. I know you're asking yourself, what is the cost of running this? Now that it has this many benefits, let's move forward. So we have this kind of books, and these books are paid for at 300 shillings per learner. Are we familiar with these books? Are we? Hello? Hello? Mkono hivi? Mkono hivi? Yeah, I can see you. So these books, we usually offer them to parents at 300 shillings. And I believe you have them in your schools. So this book offers late reports to parents. I think we are familiar with that. Because they will get them at the end of the term. They don't look at them as you are moving on with the curriculum. Now, the other challenge is when you give out this book, you don't retain a copy of how that learner has been performing. So if we go to schools right now, and they have already given out this book, you will not be able to consult with the school and see how are the learners performing in their classrooms. The third thing is the formative assessment is not done regularly, and formative assessment is not just filling of this book, it is the actual teacher assessment of whether learners are hitting the expectation. And then definitely this is very difficult to intervene. If you don't know what's going on here, if you don't know what's going on at the learner outcome level, you cannot say that we need to go over a certain topic, algebra, once more, or we need to create a class, a remedial class for this kind of students. So we will have to rely on exams, and we'll have to keep giving exams so that watoto wasome. And again, it's expensive. Let's move to the next one. So we have Kurasa, which is being offered to Kepsha. Mark the words, Kepsha. Mark the words, Kepsha. Mark the words, Kepsha. This is only for Kepsha. It's an arrangement partnership between Kurasa and Kepsha. You will find that story in your primary heads, and we also have a tent there that we will explain. So this is offered at 150 shillings. So that's typically half the cost. And it has the benefits that you can see. I want you to move to the slide, slide number, just keep moving. I can see, keep moving. I want us to do mathematics for what that cost saving means to you. So get your calculators and look at 300 shillings versus 150 shillings versus 70 shillings. So if you are taking on the Kurasa during this Kepsha conference, you will be able to save 80 shillings and we'll offer you at 70 shillings. So if you have 100 learners, you will save 8,000 shillings. This is money that you can use to do something at your school. If you have 300 learners, the same happens to you. How do you take advantage of this? Let's move to the next slide. Just once. Now, I want us to register for this discount. So for us to be eligible for this discount come next year, we need to register for it. What does it take? It takes dialing this code *483 *117 hash. I will repeat. *483 *117 hash. Now, for schools that are joining Kurasa this year, like we already have about 300 across Nandi, across Moiben, across Tana River, Kilifi, and a lot of other counties, Murang'a, Nyeri, Isiolo. So by joining this year, you will be eligible for this discount, which will enable you to do something else. Let's move one more slide. Just one more.
1 minute, please.
So this is the flow of that. You will choose your region, Coast, Nairobi, and then you will choose your county and choose your sub-county, and then you put your school name. It will give you a school code. And depending on the school code that you get, school code 001 will be eligible for a gift at our tent, school code 001. So we will have 001 200 times across all sub-counties. So 200 winners. Also because this is Kepsha 21, school code 21 will also be eligible for a gift at our tent. I just want to say thank you. If you can move to the thank you slide for kindness.
Wow.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for your time. For all these years that we have partnered together as Kepsha, it has been a great privilege for Kurasa to be working with Kepsha. Remember the USSD is *483 *117 hash.
Sana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Makofi yake tafadhali, atapewa zawadi yake Bishop Makimei tafadhali. Sailwind Band, Gavana Shafika, naomba mtutayarishie, mkaribishe kabisa kwa sauti yenu nzuri. Helen, please have the honor. Asante sana, anapewa zawadi yake. Kurasa, thank you so much. Sailwind Band, the governor is here. Let's welcome him. Wewe. Asante sana Kurasa. So ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely excited, ready to be welcomed here in Mombasa County. The governor is already here, so in a moment, be here, ready to engage. Asante sana. Sail Band. Wewe. Bas. Tuko tayari. Tuko tayari. Kepsha KCB Conference 2024. Asante sana. Boom. Aha. Asante sana. The teachers are here. Asante sana. Na gavana akiingia, naomba sote tusimame tafadhali. Akiingia, naomba sote tusimame.
Wakati gavana anaingia, tunamkaribisha kwa nyimbo yake spesheli, gavana wa Mombasa 001.
Aya, wimbo wa gavana tafadhali.
Gavana wetu na viongozi kwa huduma zenu nchini, tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa. Hongera ewe gavana wetu na viongozi kwa jumla kwa huduma zenu nchini, tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa. Huduma zako ni muhimu nchini, unafanya kazi kwa bidii, tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Haya, karibu gavana. Karibu gavana wetu mstahiki Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir.
Kwa ujenzi wa taifa. Hongera ewe gavana wetu na viongozi kwa jumla kwa huduma zenu nchini, tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa. Hongera ewe gavana wetu na viongozi kwa jumla kwa huduma zenu nchini, tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Watoto sasa wanasoma kote nchini, umeboresha sekta ya elimu,
tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Watoto sasa wanasoma kote nchini.
Naomba tusimame, 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 tumkaribishe. Wow! Karibu gavana wetu, karibu, karibu. Well done, karibu sana. We celebrate you. Asante sana. Wow! Asanteni sana.
Asante sana gavana wetu.
Asante sana. Naomba tuketi tafadhali, tuketi tafadhali.
Hongera ewe gavana wetu na viongozi kwa jumla kwa huduma zenu nchini, tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Hongera
gavana wetu na viongozi kwa jumla kwa huduma zenu nchini. Tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Huduma zako ni muhimu nchini, unafanya kazi kwa bidii.
Kweli kabisa wewe gavana. Mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Asante gavana wetu.
Watoto sasa wanasoma kote nchini, umeboresha sekta ya elimu.
Tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa. Hongera ewe gavana wetu na viongozi kwa jumla kwa huduma.
Thank you so much.
Nchini tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Asante.
Hongera ewe gavana wetu na viongozi kwa jumla kwa huduma zenu nchini. Tunasonga mbele mbele kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Asante sana. Asante, ladies and gentlemen. Tuko tayari, tumeketi, tumejitayarisha. Screen please. Thank you so much.
He has a rich background in media and communications. He is deeply committed to uniting Mombasa's diverse communities, fostering an inclusive environment regardless of religious or ethnic backgrounds. He is dedicated to public participation and transparency, aiming to build a government that the people trust and actively participate in. Please welcome Mombasa County Governor, His Excellency Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir.
Tusimame tafadhali, makofi tafadhali. Karibu, karibu.
Hamjambo. How are you guys doing? Let me start by first and foremost congratulating you. I want to take the opportunity to congratulate the organizers, the partners, and the Kepsha fraternity. Bringing together 15,000 people in one gathering is no joke. So congratulations to all of you. Mombasa does not take it, we don't take this lightly. We feel honored, we feel blessed by the fact that you chose Mombasa to become your preferred destination for you to do your 29th annual conference. In fact, I think I've been attending the Kepsha conferences from when I was a member of parliament, got blessed enough to become the governor of Mombasa. Na Mungu akitujalia baada ya miaka 10, whatever position I will be in, munialike pia niweze kuja hapa. I can comfortably state one of the major reasons as to why I will always provide an ear. One of the major reasons as to why I will always be there to chip in when needed. We all grew and we all stood on the shoulders of teachers. Let no one lie to you. We are as good as those who taught us to be where we are. In the political arena, loyalty is something that is considered with a very, very high esteem. The loyalty that we have had with teachers in ensuring that our agenda moves together is unwavering. And that is the reason why you will always have my support. When we came in to office, one of the first things that we decided to do was invest in nothing else except education. As a matter of fact, one of the departments with the highest vote in the county government of Mombasa is actually the Department of Education. So we looked at the situation in our ECDs, and now we came up with a feeding program. One of the first counties in the country came up with a feeding program, 100% free of cost from the parent or the school. And we saw an increase from 8,000 to 10,000 plus students in our own ECDs. That has necessitated for us to now continuously invest in infrastructure, where currently we have almost 10 schools being done simultaneously, and that will now increase the uptake in our ECDs to even higher figures. What naturally that means is leadership continues until university, so that you can be someone, you can be a doctor, you can be an architect, you can be anything kids were like. Regardless of